Alright, the Reds, Duts here. How are we? So, let's be honest. What an absolute kick in the knackers that was last night. So, Liverpool went to the Parc de France to play against Paris Saint-Germain. First of all, I don't like the horrible, nasty little coach. He's a weasel. He looks like a weasel. Reminds me of a weasel. No, he reminds me of one of those little creatures from Lord of the Rings. Those things with the big feet and the pointy ears. He just looks like one of those little... Not Gollum. Or maybe Gollum. Yeah, Gollum. Let's just call him Gollum. Gollum, the gobshite, we'll call him. He set his team up, basically, to go at Liverpool in the first 10, 15 minutes with guns a-blazing. I mean, let's be fair, they're good. I mean, they're really, really good. Reminds me of us on our pomp, to be fair, from last season, the way we could attack and really go at a team. That's what we saw last night. I mean, Mbappe is quality. Di Maria, the horrible mank scumbag, he's quality. I'm not even going to mention... I'll have to mention him, won't I? The horrible rat Neymar is quality. To a degree, and when he wants to be. At the back, they've got the likes of Silva. So... There's a wealth of talent, and more importantly, I think there's a wealth of experience. Gary Neville was talking about Liverpool at the start of the season, and people basically went off their heads at him when he said that Liverpool aren't capable of competing on multiple fronts and should not worry about the Champions League. He might be right. I think we might struggle to qualify for the UEFA Cup. Now, obviously, the dream is to go beat Napoli 2-0 at Anfield in a few weeks and go into the last 16, and then it's a mystery. Then you never know what you're going to get in the last 16, do you? Anfield is incredible. We can raise our crowd for that game. We can make Napoli come in and crap themselves, but Napoli's a fantastic team. You know, as good as Liverpool are in relation to where they are in the league, Napoli could come to Anfield and beat us, or they could at least get a draw. I mean, look what they did when we played them in Italy. It was a diabolical team for us. I just think we need to go back and change a few things. His team, I mean, like I said, I don't really want to go over team news, but it was the regular midfield, is tried and trusted, Henderson, Milner, and Wijnaldum. And then it lacks creativity, doesn't it? Let's be honest. You think about Naby Keita on the bench, who we haven't really seen, and you think of Shaqiri. Two players that could create something, but they can't really defend. So Klopp's in a catch-22 there. I think he's got, as horrible as it sounds, he might have too many players, too much choice. We haven't even talked about Fabinho playing as a CDM. His front three, his front one is awesome. I mean, Mane's playing fantastic. Bobby Firmino is just dropped off another planet. I mean, he's gone. I came on here last year, maybe the start of this year, talking about Firmino as one of the best strikers in the world. No one does what he does. No one can play the way he does. He's very unique in the way he plays, the way he presses, the way he links up, the attack. But this season, I just don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know how he benefits this team. I don't know what we're doing with him. He seems to be playing deeper and deeper and deeper in every single game. Like I said, we don't really play with a centre forward anymore. We won this game at Anfield with Daniel Sturridge playing as a striker. Wouldn't you think that would be the key? It's sound to go through a team and say, well, he should have done this and he should have done this. Should have done this, should have done that. We can all sit here in our comfy leather chairs and just say, Klopp's wrong, but you know what? He's played his trusted and tried team. He went with a more defensive defence. He played with Gomez at right back instead of Trent. Again, in hindsight, he probably should have went with Trent. Gives us more of an attacking edge. I thought Robinson struggled last night. He definitely struggled with his final ball. The chances that we created through Robinson, it's just that last pass. We just kept hitting the first defender. And to be fair to Silva, he had a monster game. Other than being a dirty cheat, I think all the Brazilians in the Paris Saint-Germain team really used, I don't even like the word, the dark arts, but they basically cheated. The referee was conned. The referee was a 5-star knobhead last night. I mean, he was one of the worst referees I've ever seen. I think the occasion got to him. He looked like he was crapping himself. In the first 2 minutes, Neymar's basically gone at him, and he's in his face screaming. There's about 3 or 4 Paris players in the referee's face, and he just didn't take any action. He just allowed their players to be bullied. I hate that. When I'm coaching, I hate it when the coach that I'm coaching against is constantly riding the ref. And that's what the Paris Saint-Germain coach did yesterday. He never shut up. There was a scene when one of the players just fell on the ground, again in the first 5 minutes, where he should have been sent off. I'd have sent the Paris Saint-Germain coach off. He was screaming aggressively in the referee's face about I don't even know what, because I didn't see nothing. They should have had a player sent off. It's just one of them. We were probably beaten by the better team, but our tactics, the way we went out to play, just they weren't there in the first half, and we struggled to build any type of momentum in the final third of the field. Like, there was nothing. I think we've had one shot on target the entire game, and that was probably the penalty that we scored. Well, it had to be fair. And again, the referee didn't even want to give that. The guy with the little magic wand across the way from the head referee, the referee points for a corner kick for Liverpool. Come on. Di Maria's dived in 2-footed on Mane. It's a blatant penalty, and obviously he's in the box. I was watching it in Spanish yesterday as well. I don't know what's going on with the coverage over here in America, but they seemingly sold the Champions League from Fox to some weird... I mean, it's on about 4 different weird channels, and you never know what game you're going to get from week to week. And they've basically gone, let's throw a load of Yank ex-players in and let's try and copy what Sky Sports do in England. Like, let's get, Joe Bloggs and Billy No Mates and Johnny Fastcar, and throw all them in. So there's 4 MLS players that used to play for USA, and they're all trying to run this show. They look like bellends. It's shockingly run. It's one of the biggest mistakes I've ever seen on American TV. When you consider how awesome the coverage is on NBC, but again, you've got Gabby Marcotti and you've got ex-footballers from the Premier League hosting it. It's brilliant. It's gold. They just don't get it. They look stupid. I'm not into the Yank commentators, and I'm definitely not into... That's why I could say I watched it in Spanish. Didn't really know what was going on throughout the entire game, but all I did know was the 25-second goal celebration from the commentator. Goal! Just keeps going and going and going. That's pretty cool, to be honest with you. But when the penalty came, I didn't know if it was a penalty, because for whatever reason, they just had the camera on Buffon's face. So all the Spanish blah 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 blah. Sounds more like French, right? Didn't know what was going on. So we were poor. It was another one of our poor performances. Our front three with other than Mane was class. Bobby Firmino struggled. Salah, he looks like a one-trick pony. Again, tactically, switch him. I switch him. I'm playing the FIFA video game. I switch them. I put Salah on the left. Gives me a better ball. Can whip balls into the box. But Liverpool not playing with a striker in a centre forward position. We can't really ever get the ball wide and put crosses into the box. We seem to have deleted that out of our play. If our fullbacks don't get a ball into the box, and again, in this game, it was Robinson. It was only Robinson going down the left, and his final ball was poor on this occasion. And then we left loads of space. So the fact that Neymar, Mbappe and Cavani could all play in one area, and they did that throughout the entire game. They picked Liverpool apart. The amount of space that was in that midfield was absolutely frightening. I don't even know where Liverpool players were. The only player in that middle worth of salt was James Milner, and it's James Milner, he's boss. I'm never going to slag off James Milner, but he was the only player that looked like he could do anything in that team, and he was really the only player putting a foot in. Henderson was miles off the pace. He looked poor. It might be a time now to take that captain's armband off him and give it to Van Dijk. Not that Klopp gives a toss about the captain's armband. He's publicly said that. But I think Henderson needs to be dropped. I want to see Fabinho play. I want to see Keita play, and with Wijnaldum, the 3 of them in midfield would be fantastic. Or a Milner. Between the 4 of them, they can rotate. I'd use Shaqiri in the attacking 3, because obviously 2 of them don't seem to be able to do a job. Mane looks like the only player out there that's worth a salt right now. So it's going to be a short cop for that. We've lost the game. We've got to go out. Obviously, the next 3 games we play, let's be honest, poor opposition. We should beat Everton this week, and we should smash Everton actually at Anfield. And then we've got 2 games where we can basically feel out what he wants to do. Let's hope he puts Keita in. Let's hope he puts Fabinho in, so we can go in a lot stronger into the Napoli game in a couple of weeks' time. All right, I'm Duts. This has been Cough for That. If you like the video, put a like on the video. I would like you to put a like on the video. A like on the video would be class. If I've got 50 people watching it, put 50 likes on the video. That would be sound. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so when I upload a video, you get it. Because let's be honest, my videos are random all the time. I've got 2 kids, a wife, a house, 2 dogs. So there's a lot going on in my life, and I work full time. So when I'm putting these videos up, it's very sporadic, and I apologise to that, but it is what it is. Alright, like I said, this has been Duts, this has been Coffee. Take care. Let's look for happier times. The Champions League has been a bit of a nightmare off the back of the success of last year. The league has been the only shining light. When we have a good game, we'll have a good game. Let's hope it's soon. Alright, Reds, ta-ra for now. Ta-ra.